Don Thomas, CEO of the Fan Films. I'm here in Delaware, and I want to invite y'all all to all of the new productions that we have coming up soon. I want to thank the founder of Twin Brown for giving me the opportunity to see what it is that he has been teaching the community and then allow me to take it to the next generation.
I'm LaShawn Brawlin Thomas, aka Miss Lyric, the founder of Shepowerment TV, and we are launching January 1st. We are making the positive outshine the negative globally. Thank you, Twin B. Brown.
Hi, my name is Edwina Bell from Wilmington, Delaware. I've been with Benjamin Twin B. Brown with the Community Communications Corporation for over 30 years. This is a cable network that extends to the Newcastle County of Delaware. At the time, we only had 19,000 subscribers, but after Benjamin Twin B. Brown took hold of the cable network, we had subscribers of 290,000 in our view. And at that time, he needed people like myself and Don and Jesse and Nina, and we were just babies in the field, didn't know anything about the cable community network and how what we can share can impact the community. Brown had a theme that says, let the positive outshine the negative. And so when I and Don Thomas got together, we were a part of his video production workshop. We were a part of the turkey drive. We were a part of telethons that helped raise money for the sick. We assisted with people who were burnt out, going through difficulties and adversities, to let them know where the information and resources are in the community. In other words, we were there to share the information about what's going on. If you don't know, you can't be held accountable, and that's the importance of community networking. So with Don Thomas, he came on board. He was a young, enthusiastic, and energetic person, and he got involved in not just the technical aspect and the camera aspect. He got into teaching and instructing, and he assisted Benjamin Twin B. Brown with the video production workshop and touched thousands of youth to learn what it's like to be behind the camera, on stage, hosting, having their own TV show. It was so much enthusiasm from the community about the importance that Don embedded into them to let them know, if I can do it, you can do it too. So Atlanta, Georgia, watch out for Don Thomas with the Fan Film. Even though we are here working, getting the information out so that you can be excited to hear what we have to say, we want to invite you to come on so we can spearhead different community activities, community programs, churches, organizations. We want to do the same thing we did in Delaware here in Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Because we need to show everyone that we can make the positive outshine the negative.
Welcome to a special edition of the Spiritual Revival Hour. So today we have a young man who has worked with me over the years, ever since the workshop was developed, cable coming into the community, going into the different churches, inviting people to subscribe to cable, raining, snowing, putting up antennas on the roofs before people got cable, all of it. We have him here with us today. Now, since he left and he traveled all over California, I never know where he's at when I hear from him. But we have him today when the dedicated the control room. He came with his fiancée, and now they're married. She's here today. Glad to have you. We're gonna let you introduce yourself. I'm talking about Donnie Thomas. Or if you've been watching 28 in the Little Time, everybody knows Donnie Thomas. You want to tell us who you are?
Yes, sir. I am honored to be here, Mr. Twin, with everybody. This is amazing. Merry Christmas. Okay, first of all, Merry Christmas. Of course, you know Jesus is the reason for the season, and I'm so happy to be here in Delaware. Cold. So I am LaShawn Thomas, aka Miss Lyric. I am a gospel inspirational artist and also the founder of She Powerment, which is an empowerment TV media situation. It just grew. It was just something at first, right? And now it's grown into something super huge, and I'm so excited.
So this particular session is going to be centered around him. I have Edwina Bell, who will work with him all through these experiences. And I have another young man with me that's been working with me forever. You know about CTAC, Churches Taking a Corner. I visit my friend minister in Detroit, Michigan, on summer vacation, and he got me involved into Churches Take Corner. I came back and had breakfast with Reverend Ty Johnson, and he took over CTAC, and he's here today. But during this time, Ty Johnson also was acquainted with this other young man I'm going to introduce, Donnie Thomas. He came here, and for those of you who talked about that particular day when they had the celebration of dedicating the control room in my name, he talked a little bit about how his experience got him where he's at today.
This is memories, and boy, I had a speech for me. We ain't even gonna go there. I'm just gonna get right down to it. Like Twin said, about 20 years or so, I had the opportunity of being the, I guess you would say, what was I your aunt? What would you call that? The director of operation under Twin B. Brown for the 20 years, and I had an opportunity of seeing how Twin actually did the workshops, dealt in the community, and I was hooked right then and there. I was right there with him, building, moving from studio to studio. I was right there with him, teaching the classes and the workshop. And what I actually did was I saw what Twin was doing, and I wanted to take it in the next generation. I wanted to keep doing what he was doing with the community, with the teaching the workshop. And also I noticed right in the classes, I saw the new generation, how they took to the workshop, how the classes, I said, oh, so they like this, and they're in their phones, and their attention span is 5, 6, you know what I mean? So I took that and developed a program to keep Community Communication Corporation going into the next generation with the new millennials. So I created this Community Communication Corporation out of Las Vegas, out of LA, out of Atlanta, North Carolina, South Carolina, and back here in Delaware. So what we like to do is, the difference to this class is we will take the students that actually go into these or complete the course of Community Communication Corporation and flip them. We will take them and allow them to work on productions actually out in Hollywood, and take those students and give them the opportunity to come back here to Delaware. So one of the reasons specifically of me coming here, not only to congratulate Twin, but to let him know how we have basically taken Community Communication Corporation all the way to LA and Vegas. And I've actually talked to Brother Ivan in helping us get that started here. As I mentioned before, we have a team here in the Chester and Delaware area. It will be under Twin B. Brown, and we will be working with the station here to get that program and the program content on the air. We're really starting with women empowerment. That is our main production, but we are definitely using students. And again, this is all coming from Twin. I could sit up here and talk all day.
So we want to welcome all of you. Edwina, you've been with us on the other side.
Yes. So let me cut right through the chase. You know, Donnie, like I said, was an Energizer bunny from the time we met him, and he's got works, but in a positive way. And, just a second ago, I asked him to smile. He is very serious. He's very dedicated. He's very focused on what he's doing. He's a no-nonsense person. If he has to have a remark to himself, he'll turn his head so you don't see it. But he's trying to say something like, come on, let's get this thing together. Very serious and oriented. And that's because he watched you like a hawk. I mean, he wouldn't take his eyes off of you, right? And it was almost like he was your sidekick, and he was attached to your hip, even though your hip ain't working now, but it was working back then. And so the focus that he had, because I believe, unknowingly to him, God was giving him a vision from the visionary, right? And not just here in Wilmington, Delaware, but we know that God prepares you for things yet to come. And so having Donnie hone in on what needed to be done, not just for the video production workshop, but let me say that because that is the baby of this organization. Yes. And the youth that he has touched, the youth that he has taken underneath his wing, the youth that has rallied against him. We know Dr. Brown is okay, but we want Donnie because he got a lot of energy. He's moving around. So it's okay, but let's get... So he had a way of connecting with the youth, right? And so as a result of that, the youth have gravitated and has followed him through his time in just not the video production workshop, documentaries, community activists, films, movies. You got it. Who would have ever thought that smile, Donnie? Come on now.
I'm with you.
Smile, Donnie. That he would be prepared to be doing some awesome things in the past, but God is not through with him yet because he's taking him to Atlanta.
And that's how serious he was to learn video production. I never shall forget that. And Tad Johnson, we started going around the church and taking corners and all of that. And we always used to film it and tape it and run it back on the air. Yes, sir. That. Now, who did we depend on to do all that?
Well, you depended on Donnie because you knew for a fact that Donnie was going to get it done. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for Edwina, and you and I have been at this for some time, but we always look for the rising stars. Yeah. And the folks who have not only a love for the world of communication, but we look for the folks who have a love for God's people and those folks. My greatest my greatest gift is to know that folks like Donnie's in California, he's in Atlanta, and the folks in Atlanta will be blessed because he will begin to bring churches together and get them outside of the walls. He will begin to connect secular institutions to the faith community, which is so important in a time when folks are talking about Jews are not this and blacks are not that. We need real soldiers on the battlefield, but we need the story to be captured and told correctly. And when he called and he said he was going to be with our Godfather, I said, listen, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. We had a couple services and I'm doing some other things. And I said, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to come by because I know you're not going to be here long. I'll get to see the beautiful Edwina. I'll get to see the Godfather. So I'm looking forward to you replicating those things that we've done here in Delaware. We started, Dr. Brown, you were the visionary. A lot of people probably don't know, the visionary behind Churches Take a Corner, which has become, we Togo, Africa, Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York, and Atlantic City with Bishop Hargrove. And now we not only do the evangelical piece, which you introduced me to. Remember you said, in Detroit, the churches go out on the corner, man. They go get the children. So that's the stuff you still doing. Remember I parked my car over by 5th and Madison. See, that's what you got to do. Brother Thomas, sometimes you may have to ride through Atlanta, park your car, and have a conversation with them folks before they let you film.
I'm looking forward to it.
But I'm so glad that you're home. I'm so glad that you've come back to see what the latest innovations are. And I'm so glad that you've taken with you not only how to connect secular and faith communities, but electoral politics and hold them electoral officials, whatever that word is. Is that a word, Doc?
Elected officials.
Yeah. Jess said that's, and then you know that's not a word. But you want to work with the politicians. There are leaders, and the Bible talks about God gives everybody authority. And just to be able to bring them together, and they all need your services. Now, here's what I like. You can do it. You've been trained to do it.
Can I just add this one thing? It's one thing to do everything that you said about those individuals, but it's another thing to embrace the young people, our youth. And I know that with Ty and Twin and myself, that our eyes should be on the youth. He has explored so many talents in the various towns he have, visited. People coming up with poetic, and people coming up with a clothing line, people coming up who want to do hosting, want their own TV show. And those young people are going and are our future. And so what better trainer to have than one who's been there and done that, and not only set the example, but is the example. And so I just marvel at how he gravitates continuously towards the youth.
Donnie, we're happy to have you here. We know what the Lord is blessing you to be acquainted with. You worked all your life to get the opportunity that you're having now. I'm getting to the point where I don't be writing out resumes and letters and all of that. So the best thing that I thought we could do was to have you here and have people whom you work with, people who know you. And as you go into adventure in Atlanta, Georgia, wherever you go, to bring you on and do an actually live resume about your life. And so that's why you're here today. Now, just tell the people in Wilmington would been knowing you all of your life, what you are getting into now.
Wow, a whole lot. I first
Got 4 minutes to do it.
Sure enough. I first want to think this actual moment right now is just like I'm just like blown. It's like what you said. A lot of people look at me and they be like, "Oh, he looks like he's thinking," because I'm always thinking in the future or the end result of a project. And I saw this long time ago when I was working with you at the final days. I was like, I'm going to leave and perfect what he did and do it over and over and over again. And one day I'm going to come back and real big. This is big. We haven't really got into what's happening, but today starts a real big thing of taking what you have done and what you have taught me and taught a lot of other people to take it to the next level. So I'm basically have got myself in a position to duplicate what you have done in the community. And now I've got the resources and things for that. I'm coming back, grabbing individuals like Edwina that meant some things to me and put an impression on me. I was like, this is what we need. Larry to come in, Brother Todd to come in. The church is taking the corner. Now the position that I'm in now to launch those individuals, what they did with their programs now in the community at this level for the new millennials is just what I imagined long time ago. So I just figured, I said, let me come back and start from the, what you call him, the Godfather.
Oh, you had a team. You got a team right now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
Tell
do
them
have
about
a team.
that team.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome
So again, I'm set up in Vegas. I'm set up in Cali, and I have a location in Atlanta, and I'm now applying to take over as the director of operation for the Comcast local station there. And that is going to be our hub outside of our California location. But I think we're going to shut California down because it's hard to recover back from Corona in California. But we're going to be set up in Atlanta as our main headquarters. And we basically, we have a team. We have a team here in Delaware, which is Edwina and the other partners that you'll see on the board, and actually Brother Todd. So we have a team here that we're going to help launch our program, our women empowerment, which is She-Powerment. And we're also doing men in, I guess you call it, it's called He-Powerment. So we're basically tackling mental health, cancer, whatever month that is. Our organization, we pull together and pull the community involved on whatever topic is that month.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Claudia Jordan. Make sure you check out She Powerment TV and represent She Powerment TV and be empowered by She by watching She Powerment TV. All right, y'all.
Women empowerment is very, very important to me because as a woman, I feel that women, I just have to keep it real, women are so mean and like judgmental, and I just experienced so much just even watching, not directly even towards me, but so many things I've just seen women not unite. And I feel that empowerment is truly uniting, supporting, and providing a real sisterhood. And I feel that that is so very necessary because a lot of women just don't know what it feels like to have a real support system. So, you know, I kind of know some people that know some people, you know.
Hi, I'm Representative Larry Lambert. I represent Delaware's House District 7. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Donnie, who has been instrumental not only in my life, but in the lives of thousands of young people across the country. Here in Delaware, we always looked up to Donnie. He looks younger than me, but he's a little older than me. We looked up to him. He provided so much guidance, so much mentorship. We were out there shooting gospel concerts in the sun, hot beaming sun in the summer, and he was that motivation. We wanted to be like him. We wanted to last as long as him, and the information, the tutelage that I got from him led to me going to film school. I made 8 short films in college. I went on to start my own video production company, and it was really because of wonderful mentors like Reverend Twin Brown, Donnie, Edwina, that we all looked up to, and even to this day I can still call on Donnie. And I just want to say that the work that he's already done is just the beginning. The brightest days are ahead of him, and so many young people will benefit from his wonderful mentorship.
My name is Rhoda Mills. I was born and raised in Las Vegas. I am a mother of 3, grandmother of 2, and I'm just one of those people that pretty much takes everything day by day. I was in a relationship with my daughter's father, and we were kind of parting ways. One thing led to another. Eventually, I ended up getting shot by him 4 times, and that left me with a spinal cord injury, which then led to being in the wheelchair for the rest of my life. After I got shot and got out of rehab, I stayed inside for probably 8 months. I would only leave to go to the doctor. People see the after. They see you and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so strong. Again, they don't know the process it took, for you to get out of the house that morning. When someone is designing a piece, I think they need to keep in mind that they're designing for everybody. Whether it's the elastic or drawstring or whatever, the clothes you like typically aren't made to accommodate you. Because I do everything, and I'm going to use the term manually, I have to physically pick up my leg and put it in the pants. When I'm afraid of something, it really makes me want to do it, and that was one of the reasons why I did Runway of Dreams. At first, I really didn't expect to be chosen. Participation in a program like that is going to be motivation for someone else, whether they have a disability or not. It really did help me become more comfortable in my own skin and in my wheelchair. You had people with so many different types of disabilities, but yet we were all able to get around just fine and do what we needed to do. And that was the biggest thing. I was like, wow. You felt like you were in New York. You were part of Fashion Week. I felt like a superstar. I looked around, everybody was smiling, like the vibe was just amazing. Having more inclusive fashion shows really says that you care about people with disabilities. I always say I can go from the White House to the ghetto because I can fit in anywhere, and I kind of dress according to where I'm going. when you give people the opportunities and let them decide whether they're going to take it, they have more choices. When you have more choices, you feel more empowered.
I created Shepowerment actually to create a safe space and a platform for women who support and empower each other. I definitely say it's the ultimate queen tribe. It is not, Shepowerment is a network that helps you visually show what you're doing out here in these, I would say, empowerment streets, right? So what are you doing out here in the community in order to help another sister? What are you doing out here to help another woman go to her next level? I'm all about that. I was born a big sister, so you know, that's what Shepowerment is, just shining the light on those who love to help others and empower them.
So when I was suicidal last year, which I thank God that I overcame suicide, I'm blessed and I thank God. I came to the States after I'd just been kidnapped and just went on tour with Bone Thugs and Harmony. I came out here with $200 and 2 suitcases. I had nothing. The only person that helped me was God. One particular artist really stood out to me, Quadra Banks. I found her, discovered her on YouTube, and which I'm actually friends with her now, which is super amazing.
I was just at the truck stop and I just went to use the restroom real quick and I come back and he was gone. Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
My name's Angelica.
And Angelica, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old. I love it here and I love my mommy.
I mean, not only did he do it to him, but he did it to me. He's a perv. I like girls, not boys.
And she had me watching people's body parts being cut out and drinking blood. What is that? That's not normal.
Women and children in the state of Georgia. Do you understand?
I'm doing my best. I promise you, we're gonna take care of you.
What do you,
right
why would
now.
you do that for?
Go make that money.
Oh my God, what?
Sit down. Hey, my favorite person. Hey, yeah. Okay. I don't gotta count it, right?
Nah, you getting paid.
I pretty much got tricked. This is not who I am. I'm all about God.
Man, sis.
What's going on here?
We're doing your job.
You see her over there?
Yes.
That's the one I want. Now, I don't know what's going on in here, but this is what I do know. What I do know is my son Jack, you made vows to. We had a real wedding. A very expensive wedding.
Well, I met my new favorite director, a man named Donnie Thomas, not to be confused with Danny Thomas, very different people. But Donnie Thomas is a young filmmaker who I think's got a real future, and I really enjoy working with him. He and another guy I worked with recently, Ansley, they know how to use the camera and 4K to their advantage. And they're groovy cats. I had a good time working with them. And I've worked with a lot of people. It's hard to make me that happy that quickly.
All the best, honey,
Evelyn? Where the hell's Judah? No, what?
I was kind of wondering, can I smell your shoes?
Wait, what did you do?
You have to rescue that inner child. You cannot allow yourself or anyone to stop you from being great. Tell my own story, then I'm trying to get her the opportunity to tell her story.
Where were you when I was 5?
And he took me right again. I'm telling you, this park was full of pee-pee. When your story is a real story. You know, as a child, I experienced some trauma. Being raped at the age of 7 and left for dead in the park. Truly, truly, truly made me go through some things. Persevere. Beast it. We'll make it. I am.
Grace and peace, and I want to invite you all to this phenomenal show, Rep the King, right here on the Daily Gospel Network. Y'all stay tuned.
Oh my. Oh my.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Simone, and you are tuned in to She Powerment TV.
I stand tall, I won't fall, I'm a champion.
My name is Natasha Gonzalez, and I do a lot of things. I have my own jewelry business, I have my own creative artwork studio, I teach meditation and yoga. As a woman that was born and raised in Georgia, competition is just something that's really hard to get away from here. But if you collaborate and you work with your other females that are in your area, whether it be your family, your church community. It just is better to have a team instead of running out alone all the time. And I feel like with a supportive system of friends, girlfriends, church members, you can get a lot more accomplished as a team than you can on your own.
My name is Ashley Corbett, and I am a maternal mental health coach, licensed clinical therapist, CEO and founder of Conquering You LLC, and TV show host of Ask Coach Ashley. Ask Coach Ashley is a TV show dedicated primarily to mothers who need support in addressing the dramas, traumas, stress, and depression that has had them stuck in their lives.
You know, I knew from the past that my husband had problems with, drugs and things like that. So now I'm in the process of, having to start over as far as getting a new place, getting a new car, just having to start from ground zero.
And so I'm here to provide tips, tools, and strategies to help them conquer depression, tackle anxiety, and overcome the overwhelm in motherhood so they can live out their dreams, finally. If you're interested in watching the show, then make sure that you tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Mobify TV network, which is streamed on Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, as well as Apple TV. Simply go to your app store on your mobile device and download the Mobify TV app. It's MOBFI-TV.
Welcome to the show, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Tell me a little bit about how you got into prostitution.
A lot of controversy with my mom's mom, which is my grandmother.
You were 6 years old when your mother left, and
Yes.
she went back to Japan?
Yes. So at 16, I got tired of my father verbally and emotionally abusing me. And I ran away from home in Portland, Oregon. Some man just walked up on me, oh, you're beautiful, you're this, and, told me everything that of course, you wanted to hear at that time. My dad spoke it upon me. It was going to be, you're going to be a whore, you're going to be a slut, you're going to be a prostitute.
That's what your dad said at 16?
At 14 it started. And I know now that his intentions really was is to say, if you dress like this or if you act like
Right.
this, you're going to become this. That's how people are going to treat you. But as a child, you take it as your father is saying that you're going to be a slut or a whore or a prostitute. And then when it did occur and a man forced me into it at 16, 17 years old, it was very damaging. It was very degrading. It's very degrading. Now that I think about it, it's very horrible. It's pretty much like being raped, but without the force.
Hi, this is Keep Pushing with Eric Nettles. I invite you to join me in some of the most informative guests that I'm going to have on my show. It will be about mental health, self-care, and how we can really empower the community to be a better people. Again, join me. Keep Pushing with Eric Nettles. Hello, everybody. This is Keep Pushing with Eric Nettles. And today's guest that I will be having with me today is none other than Mr. Jock Austin. We will be talking and tackling one of the main subjects that I'm really passionate about, and that is mental health. And I am looking forward to this conversation. Stay tuned.
You all know that I'm on a journey to rewind, refine,
and define the true meaning of what it is to become a better me. As a certified life coach, I discovered that true and easy path that I once dreamed of in becoming a better me was actually a path paved with fear, pain, uncertainty, and hard truths. A path that must be taken.
The message that I will give to another woman, all women, is this. It doesn't matter what you've been through. You are a champion. You are a warrior. You were made to be great. You were created uniquely, and you're supposed to be out here winning. So do not allow anything, anybody, any circumstance, your past, present, nor what you think your future is, to stop you from being the great you, to stop you from being the best version of yourself. And I'll tell you this, if you are walking around and you know that you don't feel good, get help. That's very important. The mind of a woman. If we're not all right, nobody's all right. So I'm going to tell you, if you know that you're not all right, it's okay to not be okay, and get help. Start your journey. Heal for real.